Who's the toughest dude in the league to guard right now, in your opinion?
It gotta be a big fella, the Serbian.
This goddamn Joker guy, man. What he's shooting like? Did they say in like the last 5 or 6 games he's shooting like 77% from the field?
Yeah, I mean, this season in 3 weeks, I think he's at 67% from the field.
Oh my good. And by the way, and this is not like one of those guys back in the day, like all dunks, you know, or all layups. No, this is everything.
All three
levels.
We just taking this dude for granted, man. He is the best basketball player in the world. You just going out there getting easy triple doubles every day, and he ain't getting them fluky 10 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. He get like 25, 16, and 17.
I would like the NBA fans writ large to please take a look and pay attention to what Nikola Jokić is doing right now.
35 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. He missed 3 shots from the floor all night.
And he said it's not easy, and I'm sure it's not, but he makes it look so easy.
Nikola Jokić right now is putting together a Wilt Chamberlain-style statistical season.
I had a good night. The ball was going in, and we won the game. You know, the guys were coach running play for me, and you know, it's simple as that.
You don't want to give Joker no credit because you think you compare him.
Nikola Jokić is putting together what looks like the greatest individual season the NBA has ever seen. He's basically averaging a 30-point triple-double, and his shooting splits look so clean they feel unreal, like someone typed them wrong. He leads the league in rebounds, leads in assists, and dominates every advanced stat that even exists. And let's not forget, he's doing all of this while 2 of his 4 most important teammates have been injured for over a month. So of course, the betting odds still list him as the second choice for MVP, which is wild. Every major sports book and betting app still has Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as the favorite. SGA has been amazing. And this isn't about tearing him down at all. But what Jokić is doing right now isn't just impressive. It's stepping into territory we've honestly never seen before.
This brother, Jokić, I mean, just a big tub of lard, just shoving people around. You know, no six-pack, and ain't stealth built or anything like that. He's just big and strong. You know, waddle. He don't even walk. He waddles and stuff. You just look at him, and you can't stop him. There's nothing you can do.
If voters really hand out back-to-back MVPs to SGA over this kind of season, we're not talking about a close call or a tough debate. We're talking about the biggest MVP snub in professional basketball history. The numbers make the case better than any argument ever could. Jokić is sitting at 29.8 points per game, which rounds up to a clean 30, putting him 5th in the entire league in scoring. For most players, that alone would be a career year. But this is where it starts getting ridiculous. On top of that scoring, he leads the NBA in rebounds and assists. A center leading the league in assists almost never happens. The last time we saw a big man do anything close to this, the league looked completely different. And this isn't empty production on a bad team either. Denver is sitting at 19-6, holding the 2nd seed in the West and pacing toward a 62-win season. Advanced metrics make it even clearer. Player efficiency rating, Jokić leads it. Box plus minus, he leads that too. Value over replacement, win shares per 48 minutes. He's on top of every single category.
Denver leads by 4. Jokić down the lane, a rainbow floater.
But, you know, I didn't think he would score 55. You know, he made some threes.
Offensively for the Nuggets because of that.
Jokić wastes little time and knocks down a 3.
You know, try to navigate through. Then when he goes smaller on him, he just post up. And then so it's just a tough cover, but I didn't think he would get 55.
Fades and fires and fills it up. I mean, he's got 48 team minutes. Jokić goes to work, the double is late, he spins away, and it's a video game for him right now, 52.
There isn't a single metric, basic or advanced, where Jokić isn't sitting at or near the very top of the entire league. And this is where the whole situation starts to feel almost unreal. Jokić already owns the all-time career records in PRR and box plus minus, plus win shares per 48. Those records belong to him because he set them himself in real time. This season, he's on pace to completely destroy his own numbers. The highest single season per ever recorded now belongs to him. The highest BPM stretch ever also belongs to him. Competing with other players stopped being the story a while ago. Jokić is now competing against himself, and somehow he keeps winning. His true shooting percentage is sitting at 72%, second best in the entire NBA. A 30-point triple-double on this level of efficiency has literally never existed before. Not from Wilt, not from Oscar Robertson, not from LeBron. Nobody in basketball history has ever put together this exact statistical profile, and somehow it still isn't enough to make him the MVP favorite. The Clippers game from a few weeks ago should have ended the MVP debate instantly. That night, Jokić dropped 55 points while shooting 78% from the field. His plus-minus finished at a ridiculous plus 28. And what makes it even crazier is that he only played 33 minutes. By the end of the third quarter, he already had 52 points. The game turned into such a blowout that Denver sat him for most of the fourth. His dominance was so complete they didn't even need him to close the game.
At least keep the lead. You know, that's our job. I think we have a capable bench and you know, starters doing a great job. We got to maintain that.
Just to have a really good backup big man who's really dominant, who played in the league for 15, 16 years. And we have a Bruce who won a championship, but he's bringing out the energy every night, and Tim, who is a really probably one of the top shooters in the league. So it's really good to have him have them on our team.
When you add historical context, it gets even more wild. Scoring 55 or more points while shooting at least 75% from the field puts you in an extremely rare group. Since 2000, only 7 players in NBA history have done that. Narrow that list even further, and only 3 names pop up repeatedly: Jokić, Luka Doncic, and James Harden. That's the company he's keeping right now. And the last time anyone did something even close to this was Wilt Chamberlain back in 1969. What Jokić is producing right now hasn't been seen in over 50 years, and that alone should stop the conversation. But when you look at the circumstances, it gets even crazier. Aaron Gordon has been out for over a month. Christian Braun has been out for over a month. These aren't bench fillers getting extra rest. These are 2 of Denver's 4 best players and 2 of their top defenders. Real impact, guys. Then it somehow got worse. Peyton Watson went down just 5 minutes into the Houston game. Watson had stepped in for Braun, started games, and became one of the few bright spots during this injury stretch. And now he's injured too. Do the math and it looks ugly. Denver's missing 2 starters, 2 of their top 4 players, and the guy replacing one of them just went down too. On paper, this team should be struggling to survive, fighting for a play-in spot, just hoping to stay afloat until help arrives. Instead, reality says something totally different. Denver is the 2nd seed in the most stacked conference in basketball. Their offense ranks number 1 in the entire NBA by more than 2 points per 100 possessions. Spencer Jones is starting, averaging 4.8 points per game, and they're still rolling. That's not roster depth. That's one man dragging a franchise forward. The Houston game showed it perfectly. The Rockets came in as the 2nd best team in the league by net rating, right behind Oklahoma City and SRS. This is a legit elite squad, and Denver beat them anyway. Not once, but twice this season. No Gordon, no Braun, no Watson after the first 5 minutes. And Jokić still finished with 39 points, 15 rebounds, and 10 assists. That's not normal dominance. That's history happening in real time. Jamal Murray dropped 35 in that game, and after years of people questioning his consistency, he's finally playing like a real all-star who actually earned his spot. The way he stepped up while the team has been shorthanded has been special to watch. But that game exposed something way bigger than just one hot night. Houston has a Jokić problem. They match up well with almost everyone in the league. A 7-game series against OKC would probably swing their way. San Antonio wouldn't scare them much either. They can battle anyone. Except Denver. There is simply no answer for what Jokić does to them. They've played Denver twice this season. 2 games, 2 losses, and both came without Denver even having its full roster available. That's not bad luck. That's a matchup nightmare. If Houston's front office is smart, they're hoping Denver runs into Oklahoma City before the Rockets ever see the Nuggets in the playoffs. Because once that matchup hits, things get ugly fast. The MVP debate keeps circling back to the same talking point. For SGA, his team wins more games. Oklahoma City has fewer losses. They might even chase an all-time wins record. All of that sounds nice, but it completely misses the point. OKC's dominance doesn't come from SGA alone. Three things drive that team, and the order matters. Defense first, depth second, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander third. Somehow, the third most important piece is about to win. Back-to-back MVPs. Take SGA off OKC and they're still elite. The defense stays strong. The depth still carries them. They'd still rack up wins. The shine fades a bit, but the foundation stays solid. Now flip that situation to Denver, and everything collapses fast. Take Jokić off this roster, and what's left is a borderline playoff team at best. Maybe a play-in squad, and probably worse with all the injuries right now. Jokić isn't just the best player on Denver. He is the engine. The offense runs through him. The playmaking runs through him. And everything Denver does starts and ends with that man. And somehow, he still might not win MVP because wins supposedly matter more than individual dominance. Even when the guy with fewer wins is carrying a heavier load with far less help than SGA. If SGA wins this race, it sends a loud message. Nothing Nikola Jokić does will ever be enough. The goalposts will keep moving. The excuses will keep coming. The most dominant player of his generation will keep getting overlooked while voters reward team success over individual greatness. Still, Denver's future looks stronger than people realize, even with everything stacked against them. The supporting cast doesn't look the same as it did 2 years ago, and in many ways, it looks better. Off-season additions filled gaps that haunted this roster for years. Tim Hardaway Jr. is shooting the lights out from deep. Cam Johnson brings elite spacing even when his own shots aren't falling. Jonas Valanciunas gives them a real backup big, a proven veteran who's performed at a high level for over a decade. Bruce Brown is back too, adding championship experience, energy, and toughness off the bench. Spacing is the biggest transformation of all. For years, Denver's biggest weakness was a lack of shooters around Jokić. Teams packed the paint, dared him to beat them outside, and played the math. That strategy doesn't work anymore. Hardaway and Cam Johnson stretch the floor in ways Denver never could before. And when Jokić gets space, the numbers turn scary fast. His shot chart looks like a cheat code. 58% on jumpers, 78% on layups, 71% on hook shots, 80% on floaters. When defenders have to respect Denver's shooters, Jokić gets one-on-one matchups in the post, and that's game over. Nobody in this league can guard Jokić one-on-one. The Western Conference is stacked with real threats this season. Oklahoma City looks ready to break records. Houston is legit. San Antonio has Wembanyama, who just cooked the Thunder in only 20 minutes of action. Minnesota made back-to-back conference finals and still doesn't get enough respect. Golden State still has Steph Curry, and now Jimmy Butler is lurking near the 8th seed like a playoff nightmare nobody wants to see. And then there's the Luka situation. Whatever happens with him and the Lakers could flip the entire playoff picture overnight. Through all that chaos, Denver stays locked in as the 2 seed, quietly stacking wins. They have no business winning half these games, and yet they keep doing it because one man is doing things nobody has ever done before. Basketball debates never stop. GOAT talks, legacy arguments, all-time rankings flood every show and podcast. But recognizing greatness while it's happening is something people almost always fail to do. History is being written in real time, and it's easy to miss when it shows up every night. Jokić is putting together the best offensive season by a center since Wilt Chamberlain walked away from the game. He's doing it with the depleted roster around him. No drama, no demands. He just shows up and drops stat lines that look like video game numbers. And somehow, the basketball world has decided that still isn't enough. Watching Jokić this season, really watching, means seeing something that might never come around again. A player so skilled, so efficient, so dominant, that breaking his own all-time records has become normal. At this point, whether Jokić deserves MVP isn't even the real question anymore. The real question is whether we're about to watch the most obvious MVP choice in recent memory get snubbed for the second year in a row. And if that happens, it won't just be a bad call, it'll be a permanent stain on the award itself.